What's going on YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to 3 True Winter Horror Stories animated. It's another one of those scary YouTube videos, man. As you can see, I got my Talkies blanket. Go ahead, check it out. Check that thing out. It's very small. It only covers my legs or something, but it's fine. But yeah. MJV Animations. I think I already reacted to one of his videos. Did I? I don't know. Or that's an unposted video. I don't know. But I'm gonna react to him today. Go check him out, man. I'll probably tag him in the description, man. Just make sure y'all go check him out, man. Good video coming out for y'all tomorrow, or maybe the next day. We'll just see how long it takes me to edit it, cause it's gonna take me a while. That's all I know. But yeah, let's just say it's not a reaction video. You feel me? But yeah, man, let's get straight into it, man. Here we go, man.
I'm a 25-year-old female. It was a couple weeks before Christmas.
I hate when they use deep voices for a female, bro. Please, I know it's only 9 seconds, not even 10 seconds to the video, but please, when it's a female, please use a girl voice. Please find a girl voice to animate or whatever as the audio, please, bro. It just doesn't add up. It's just not right. Sorry for being picky.
I lived in a small apartment in the city, but worked at an office further out in the suburbs. My shifts were all over the place, sometimes being early mornings and sometimes being late nights. This was one of those later nights where I got out at 11. I was the last to leave the office, so I locked up, then...
See, this is why you gotta start investing in doing YouTube videos. That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm trying to tell people, bro. Imagine being in the comfort of your home and just being able to film videos whenever you want, just getting paid for doing it. See me, I've not been getting paid yet because I just started like 2 weeks ago. But hopefully soon God will let me get paid and enjoy this career and not have to go to a job like this. What I don't want is to be working for somebody or leaving the job and getting home at 12 a.m. having to come back home in the dark. That's not what I want, bro. I want the exact opposite of what this lady has.
And walked out into the snow.
Hey, but people might try laughing at me at it, but I don't care, bro. I'm not gonna be the one doing YouTube, so.
To my car. I guess it had been snowing for a while, because there was about an inch or so on the ground. I wiped off my windshield, then let my car heat up, and began the long drive home. I drove slowly, as the roads weren't plowed yet, so there was still a good amount of snow on them.
Florida, we
A
don't got
couple
that
times
problem.
my car lost traction, just for a split second, sending me into a
We only
mini
gotta worry
panic
about that with the
before it
rain.
would jerk back under control. It was a constant balance of trying to drive slow and carefully, but also not so slow that it would take 2 hours to get home. Only 20 minutes into it, my car lost traction again and just wouldn't stop sliding. I slid into a
How far is your
snowbank
job?
on the
Only
side of
20
the
minutes?
road,
Into
slightly
it?
angled downward into a ditch. It actually happened very slowly, enough that I don't think there was any damage, but there was no way out. I threw my hat back on and stepped out. My car had basically sunk into this ditch
You know, you could've
and
thought
was
about going
covered in
slower, right?
snow, almost up to the doors.
I guess here's where the creepy
I
part
put my
starts
face in
happening.
my hands, just frustrated at the inconvenience. Back in my car, some headlights came down the road, slowing down and stopping right next to me.
Hey, watch
It
out.
was a regular-looking
Watch out.
silver truck. They rolled down the window. "You need any help? I can tow you out if you need it."
He look a little.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it.
Ain't no shame in that.
It was hard to pass up on saving on a $200 towing fee and possibly waiting for hours. He said to give
Might as
him
well go
5
for it.
minutes to get his tow hitch from his garage. Then he quickly drove off. Nearly freezing already, I got back in my car.
Whoa. Don't offer for help if you don't got it on you right now. You just gonna waste my time. Don't offer for no help. Hey, good, bro. Get on somewhere, bro. By the time you do that, probably gonna have my roadside assistance already. I don't need you.
I wasn't expecting them to have to go back home to get
Don't
what
offer
they
me help if
needed
you don't got it.
when they offered to help me. It seemed like a bit of an inconvenience just to help some random person. From our short
Got her waiting in the
interaction,
car now.
though,
Come on
it
now.
was hard to tell if I could trust them or not. Maybe they weren't even going to come back at all, or they were going to come back, but not to help me. I think the longer I sat there and waited, the more unsure I felt. Should I call roadside assistance just in case? I feel like I really put myself in a bad position.
That's a weird lineup of numbers. Police, roadside assistance, and pizza man? That's weird.
In case. I feel like I really
Those
put
are very
myself in a
random.
bad position. I jumped back in my seat, startled by loud knocking on the side window. There was someone standing out there, staring in at me. It was a man with 2 thick jackets on and a scarf covering most of his
Whoa, now.
face. I cracked the window down, assuming he was wanting to help me as well, but he didn't say anything. He just looked at me.
And you know what you do? That's when you put the window even more down and just... You feel me?
From the bit of his face showing, his skin was very pale,
Didn't even
like
see it
he'd
coming,
been out
huh?
in the cold for a while. I'm okay. I've got help on the way. They should be here any minute. Thank you, though, I said, trying to get him to leave me alone. He still didn't acknowledge me. I honestly wasn't too sure on what to do, until I heard a click. He tried to open the door, and before I could react and roll up the window, he stuck his arm through the crack and unlatched the lock.
God,
I tried to grab the door,
You're done.
but he swung it open and leaned into the car. I tried pushing and kicking, but the guy was way bigger than me, pretty much just grabbing my arms and dragging me across the front seat and out.
Yo, he has one arm. Boom. There you go. What is you doing, Lamb? Let the white pale man drag you like that.
Out into the snow.
Do
I
better.
was doing everything I could to
No, you can
wrestle
do
my
better
way
than
out
that,
of his
bro. What
grip,
is that?
but he slowly was forcing me further away
It's not
from the
gonna do
road
nothing.
and into the woods. Just as I was running out
Please
of
do
fight
better,
in
bro.
me, headlights lit up the entire area,
Come on, please tell me this guy
blinding
saved
both
her.
of
Please
us.
tell me he saves her.
A man yelled from the road and
Yeah.
scared the guy away from me. He ran straight into the woods,
Oh my
fading
God.
away in the dark.
Hey.
I was dizzy and trying to catch my breath, but
Look
the
at that
man
thing.
dark
Look at that thing. Hold
from
on.
me. He ran straight
Boom.
into the woods,
Woo.
fading away in the dark. I was dizzy
Weirdo.
and trying to catch my breath, but the man helped me up and back to the road, giving me his jacket to keep me warm. It was then that I saw his silver truck.
Just exchange numbers already, bro. Come on, man.
It was the man who'd offered to help me. The rest of that night felt like a blur, but I know he called the police for me and gave his witness statement. I really don't know what would have happened if he hadn't gone out of his way to help me.
Better be thankful God sent
Probably
that guy.
wouldn't even be here right now to tell my side of the story.
Better be thankful God. Hey, times like that, you gotta be thankful that Jesus helped you, and he was protecting you that whole way there, man. You gotta be thankful that that guy was there at that moment, because if it wasn't for that, man, you been done for, bro.
Break. It was the day after Christmas, and I had a part-time job at our town's pizza shop. This place was pretty popular, and it felt like pretty much every kid at my school also worked there. Being so young, though,
Story
every
number 2, man.
paycheck made me feel like I was rich, so I always agreed to work whenever they needed me. I thought it wouldn't be that busy this day, because everyone would be staying home with their families still, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Around dinner time, all the indoor seats were taken up, and we were getting tons of delivery orders.
And
My
man,
job was to greet
you
and
gotta
seat
work.
people, or
See,
do
I know you
delivery.
want to get money, but you gotta work to like the point where like you can still get a little relaxation, a little break in there. I know you want to hustle, get to that money, to that bread, but it gets to a point, bro. You gotta realize that you still need like your rest, your breaks, your everything. All right, you can't just work every single time they call you, unless it's just a little bit. then it's fine. But like if you're working constantly, it's not good, bro. It's not good, bro. Trust.
Deliveries if
You
needed.
need a break.
Around 8, my manager told me to start taking deliveries. I did a quick one, then picked up another from the kitchen and got back on the road. It was a single pizza to be delivered at a home 20 minutes away. At least the roads weren't busy. They were actually really dead, like barely anyone was outside, which was a very odd change of atmosphere from being inside the pizza shop. Snow was lightly falling down, really only visible under the streetlights. It was so peaceful, I actually drove the speed limit and tried to soak it in, knowing what waited for me back at work.
Wait, what you
Eventually,
mean you would have drove the speed limit? That you even drove the speed limit? My brother, how do you usually be going, bro? Cause you just admitted to not following the law-abiding rules. You should be following the law-abiding rules. That is not exceptional. That should not be accepted in this economy.
I got to the
playing, bro.
customer's
I don't
house,
care.
though. It wasn't really in a neighborhood. It was directly off the side of the road, with its own long gravel road leading up to it. The house was surrounded by snow-covered trees and had over-the-top Christmas decorations all over their house and front yard. They hadn't plowed their driveway, though, which made it difficult to find a place to park without getting stuck. I did the best I could, then got out with their order. One thing I noticed when walking up to their house, not a single light inside was on, at least from what I could see from the front of the house. But as I walked close,
maybe there, you could like still sleep with the lights off in your house and the lights still be on outside. I don't see the problem with that.
I realized there were shoe prints in the snow going up to the front.
Why you gotta point that out, bro? That's normal.
Figured it was the owner, obviously. When I got up to the porch, though, the shoe prints didn't go up to the door. They went around to the side of the porch. I thought that was weird.
Still the owner,
but
still the
hey,
owner.
it was none of my business anyway.
Yeah, none of your business.
I knocked on the door. It was pretty cold out there, so after 30 seconds, I knocked again. It was quiet outside, just the low breeze and falling snow, and yet I still heard nothing inside the house. I double-checked the receipt to make sure I needed the payment, then knocked for a third time. I mean, the shoe prints in the snow were fresh, so they had to be home. Getting frustrated and starting to shiver, I knocked one last time, very loudly.
Or just get out of there already, bro. You already knocked enough. Either just leave it there or get on, bro. Or eat it yourself.
Probably shaking the whole
It's
house.
their fault. They're not answering it.
Still, nobody answered. After that, I gave up. I left and went back to my car, getting in
Should've
and
been
trying to
that.
turn it on, but it wouldn't start.
Oh, God. Here we go.
The engine kept stalling. I swore under my breath as I tried relentlessly to get it going, only getting more frustrated by the second, and my hands getting colder and colder. Then I happened to glance up and saw a person standing outside the house.
You have no eyes?
They were completely bundled up. Boots, jacket, snow pants, everything.
Oh, he does.
I got out of my car. Hey,
Looked like he had
did
no
you
eyes.
order the pizza? I've been out here knocking on your door for 5 minutes. They didn't say anything, but began walking toward me.
What's up with these characters not saying anything?
It took me a few seconds to realize something wasn't right, and I got back in my car. The way they kept their pace, not hurrying or anything, gave me the impression that they knew I couldn't leave. And that's when I started to panic.
Oh.
I began dialing 911 as they approached my window.
No.
Just when the officer asked what my emergency was, they started speaking. He had a low, deep voice and kept asking if I needed help. He confirmed my suspicions. I told the officer what I could and how to get where I was. The man outside started getting impatient, moving faster and looking around like he was
You know what you got to do? Get that pizza box. Open up the pizza box. Roll down your window real quick, or hop out of the car real quick. Boom! Straight in his face. Straight in his face. He's done.
trying to find a way in. It was
could run for it, you
absolutely
could do whatever.
terrifying, sitting
could beat him up
helplessly in
while
my
he's
tiny
trying to get the
car
little
with this
sauce
likely
off his face.
dangerous man outside, and only a thin window between us. I kept trying to get the engine
window.
running,
Windows
praying
are
for it to
pretty-
work. He then started reaching into his pockets, looking for something, but I could see the panic in his face when he couldn't find whatever he was looking for.
Come
He
on,
then
man.
punched the window.
How you gonna be a horror person or a scary person and forget something, bro? You didn't even count as a scary person anymore after that.
A few times, trying to break it before running back
You're not
to the
doing that,
side of
bro.
the house
Trust.
like he was going to get something.
And that's why you take off.
2 minutes passed as I sat there trying to decide
just
whether
sit
to wait
there?
for the cops or leave my car and try to make a run for it.
Take off. The cops will handle it.
Then I saw the flickering blue and red lights in my mirror, and at the same time, the man showed up on the side of the house, holding something in his right hand. He saw the lights and instantly took off. I'm sure it doesn't need too much explaining as to what happened that night, but that man didn't live there. The owners were gone for the holidays, but the man had plugged
put
in their
some cameras in your
decorations
house.
in the outlet outside the house to make it look like they were home. While I was on the porch, he tampered with something outside
So
my
really-
car to keep it from turning on. I'm not a car guy, so honestly, I didn't really understand it.
He's really dedicated
Like-
to that, to set up those lights like that. That takes a little minute.
The man planned to kidnap me, but out of sheer luck, he must have dropped his knife
Thank
or
God, that's all you
whatever
could do.
tool he needed to break the window. So that's what he ran back to get. Nothing's for certain, of course, but that seems like the most likely case. Anyway, I stopped doing deliveries after that night.
Man. Oh my God, bro. I don't get. Snap. That was me. I would have been quit right there. On the spot, right there. I'm not even joking, bro. Would have been quit. Alright, YouTube, man. There you go, man. I'm finna go ahead and end the video right there. Because it's almost 12 a.m. and I got school tomorrow. I don't get paid enough to be doing this, man. Soon, maybe one day, I will. I know I will one day. But, you know, for now, that's how it's gonna have to rock. That's how it's gonna have to roll, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go tag this guy in the description. Hopefully I can post this video tonight. I'm gonna see if everything goes well. But yeah, man. I'm gonna try to do better on my videos, so I'm not just gonna keep uploading every day maybe. I'm actually gonna put some dedication into my videos just to make them a little better for you guys, man. So hope you guys like, subscribe, comment. And I am out of here.